What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jasmine and today's video I'm coming back with another college video. As you can tell by the title, it's college essentials, so I'm going to be going over some things that I brought to college for my dorm, for studying, for taking notes, everything like that I found helpful or just handy to have. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you haven't already, you should check out some of my other college videos that I have on my channel. Before you start, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's just get right into this video. I made a list of everything that I wanted to mention on my phone, so we're just gonna go through the list. So the first thing that I have on my list is one of those pillows with arms, and this is one of my favorite things that I had in my dorm. I think it's called the husband, but I basically just put it in the corner of my bed, like where the wall is, and it just made my bed extra cozy. But yeah, I would highly recommend one of these pillows because it was just really cozy and one of my favorite things about my bed. And I noticed a lot of people had them in their dorms also. I got mine at Bed Bath & Beyond. It was just a gray one, pretty neutral, but that's one of the purchases that was not necessary obviously, but very handy and one of my favorites. Okay, so the next thing that I have on my list is extra storage, and this can come in many different forms. I got extra plastic bins from Bed Bath & Beyond. That's where I got like most of my college stuff for my dorm. But I just put these bins in my closet, and I put like toiletries and hair stuff and everything like that in those drawers. You're gonna need a lot of extra storage just to put things in that you don't really have a place for. Okay, so continuing with storage, I would suggest getting adequate shoe storage, and this is something that I did not have at all. I didn't have a good system for my shoes, so my shoes were just scattered across the floor most of the time. There was really no place to put all of them because I just brought all my shoes to college, which you really don't need to do, but I just had a lot of them and no place to put them. But in a lot of other people's dorms that I went to, they had really nice shoe racks with all their shoes neatly placed and not on the floor. So that's what I'm gonna get for this semester, and again, you can get these at Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Amazon. Okay, so the next thing that I would suggest getting is a cube, and one of those things where you can open the lid and then put stuff in. And a lot of people also had these in their dorms. I used mine just for extra storage. I put miscellaneous things in there. And then some people, their beds were lofted like to a medium height. So they weren't completely up on the ground, but they weren't the lowest. So they needed like something to step onto to get into their bed. So I had some friends that used like those cubes as stools to get into their bed, depending on how high your bed is. But that's something that could be really useful. My bed was lofted really high, so I needed like a ladder to get up to my bed. So a cube wouldn't have worked for me to get up there, but they're just really nice for extra storage. You can use them as a chair, storage, a stool. There's just a lot of things you can use it for. So I recommend that. I got mine at Target, and it was just black, plain and simple, but a lot of people had like really nice ones with really cute designs. I don't know where they got them, but you could also do that. Okay, so the next thing, this is probably my favorite thing about my room, and it was, I'll try to explain it, but I'll put a picture so you can see. But it was just like a shelf that I hooked onto my bed because, like I said, I lofted my bed to like the highest it could be, so I needed the ladder to get up there. And basically this this tray thing that I attached to my bed, it had like a USB thing, so I could charge my phone with it, because I could just put things on it that I needed while I was in my bed. And it was just really handy. It was just my favorite thing, and the main reason I liked it was because it had the charger and I could just put my phone there right before I went to bed. If you have a bed that's lofted really high, even if it's not lofted really high, it can still come in handy to just have a place to put things right by your bed. Kind of like a nightstand, but like in the air. That was just like one of my favorite things about my room. I got mine at Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay, the next thing I was just getting is a drying rack, and this is something that I did not have, but my roommate had it, and I thought that was just something that was really handy and I didn't really think about. But once you wash your clothes and you know you're not going to want to put some in the dryer, there's not like really any place to hang them. So she had a drying rack to put all her clothes on, which was very handy. I usually put my ladder to dry, but it took a while, or you could like hang them up in your closet. But it's just a nice thing to have, like an extra drying rack to hang your clothes. Pretty self-explanatory, but if you know you're going to have a lot of clothes that you don't want to put in the washer and you need a place to put them, a drying rack can be really helpful. And hers is really nice because it folded up, so it didn't take up much space, and then she could just take it out when she did her laundry. So that was something that I thought was really helpful, and I also want to get one for this year. The next thing I would suggest getting is a bathrobe, and this is probably more of an obvious item, But especially if you have community bathrooms, a bathrobe is good to have to walk to the bathroom so you don't have to walk in your towel. I mean, it's really up to you, especially since my dorm was co-ed. I didn't really want to walk around in a towel, so I just used my robe to walk to the bathroom, take my shower, brought my towel, my shower caddy with me, and then put my robe back on to go back to my dorm. But there were also people walking around with towels, so it's really up to you, but I preferred a robe. A lot of people use robes, and also I just like wearing robes. I just think they're really cozy to wear, just like around the room, so that's something that I would suggest.
Bye. You look nice.
Thank you.
I've never seen that green top before.
Yeah, I just got it.
I know.
Bye. Okay, the next thing I would suggest getting is a pair of slides. I got a pair of slides. They were pink from Nike, and they're my favorite shoes to wear. I wear them kind of to everything, but slides are just a nice thing to have in college if you need to walk to the dining hall really quickly, get some food, and come back. They're just like an easy pair of shoes to slip on and go someplace. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory, but a pair of slides is always good. And sorry if you can hear my sister crying in the background. Okay, so the next thing I was just getting is some silverware or some plates or something like that, because this is something that I did not have in my room at all, and I always had to go ask people for a fork when I had food in my room, but I forgot to get silverware. If I ordered like DoorDash, they forgot to give me silverware. Like, I never was prepared and always had to go knock on people's doors asking them for forks or something like that, and that's just something that you might not want to go through. So I was just getting some disposable forks in your room just to have, just in case. It'll come in handy. Okay, so the next thing is a water bottle. Pretty self-explanatory as well, but my dorm, it had like the water fountains with the Brita in them, so you could fill up the water really easily. So yeah, I think a water bottle is just something good to have, especially if you're going to school someplace hot like Dallas and you need to walk to class in the 100-degree weather. A water bottle is always good to have. The next thing is something that I just really think everyone needs to have, and that is a pair of earphones or headphones or whatever you want to call it. But I just think earphones or headphones is always good to have for college when you're walking to class. Everyone's like has their headphones in, listening to music, not really paying attention to you, so I get bored when I'm walking to class if I don't have my headphones in. I remember sometimes I forgot to charge my headphones and I was just really bored walking to class because I didn't have any music. The next thing that you should definitely have in your dorm is like air freshener or fans, especially since like my dorm, the windows don't open, so a fan is nice just to circulate the air, just get that airflow in there. The next thing that I was just getting for your dorm is felt hangers. I got my felt hangers from Bed Bath & Beyond, but the clothes do not slip off of felt hangers. It doesn't matter what it is, like they will stick to the hanger, and those are just the best hangers in my opinion, because I really hate when my clothes fall off my hanger, but the felt hangers, they do not fall off. The next thing that you should get, which is probably on your school's packing list, is a mattress topper. And if you can, I was just getting a memory foam mattress topper. I got mine at Bed Bath & Beyond, but it was just real nice. Honestly, more comfortable than my bed at home. The mattress topper is just something that you should definitely have because the beds are not comfortable. They're like stiff, like cardboard. So I would suggest memory foam for sure. Your body just like sinks into it and it's just really, really nice and cozy. Definitely one of my favorite things about my room as well. The naps are really hitting in that bed. Okay, the next thing I was just getting is a calendar or like some type of organizer or something just to lay out like your whole semester so you can see it like from a bird's eye view. The tutoring center at SMU, they have like semester in review things, so it's like one big long calendar and it's really helpful because I wrote down all my exams for the semester on it, so I just knew the big things coming up. So I would just really suggest getting something like that where you can see everything that's happening in all your classes at a glance, because that really helped me stay on track of everything that was going on. So yes, I would really suggest some type of calendar to keep yourself organized. Okay, the next thing that you should probably bring to college is gum, and gum is something that I always had with me at all times. I just did not like having like a bad taste in my mouth at any point in the day. I got like those really big packs of gum just so I was always prepared, always had the gum. It's also kind of nice being that person that always has the gum. Everyone was like, Jasmine, you got gum? And I was like, yeah, I got gum. But you can also get like the big packs, like a pack of 6 of the really big packs of gum on Amazon, and I got it for like $12 on Amazon, and that was just one of the best purchases that I've made. So I don't have it right now, but I'm definitely gonna get some more when I go back to college in a couple weeks. But yes, definitely get some gum to always have in your backpack because you never know when you're gonna need it. So basically the next thing I was just getting is like a little coffee thing. If you like drinking coffee, or like a tea kettle. I have a tea kettle in my room because I like drinking tea, and it was just really nice to quickly heat up the water and drink some tea. So yeah, depending on what you like to drink, get something for that. You could get a water filter if you really like drinking water. I don't know, but yeah, just get something based on what you like to drink. I know some people has the Keurigs in their room because they like drinking coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I did have that tea kettle, so I would suggest that. The next thing I was just bringing is a really long charger for your phone. I had a really long charger, but I left it in the library and I think someone probably took it. It's just nice to have a long charger if you need to sit somewhere far away from the outlet and you need to use your phone while it's charging. The short charger cords are just not cutting it anymore. They're not cutting it for me. I'm definitely gonna need to get a new long charging cord. The next thing that I'll talk about for the essentials is a laptop or an iPad. I use my laptop mostly for my freshman year of college. So this is my laptop. It's just the MacBook Air. I've had it for a long time now. If I had to choose between getting a laptop or an iPad, I would choose probably a laptop just because it's a lot easier to write papers and just like write on a laptop than it is on an iPad. But a lot of what I used my laptop for was just for like Canvas, which is what my homework was on, and you can easily do that on an iPad. That's what I did when I was in high school. I also have this iPad here. I don't know which iPad it is, but it is an old one. And I think iPads are really handy if you want to take digital notes instead of getting notebooks for like each class. And that's something that I'm going to be doing this semester, or try to do at least, is writing my notes on my iPad, like handwriting them, because I think they'll just be more like organized and efficient for me, because I really did not like having all my notebooks like in my backpack. It just made it heavy and everything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna try using my iPad for writing my notes. And there's the app called Notability, which if you are planning to take digital notes, I would suggest using that app. I think it costs money. It doesn't cost a lot, but I'm not sure how much it is. But if that's something you want to buy instead of getting a bunch of notebooks, I would suggest doing that, and it's a really nice app. And get yourself a little stylus that you can write your notes on. If you're not going to be writing a lot of papers, I would definitely suggest probably getting a laptop. But if you don't have a laptop, then an iPad will work just fine, and you can get a little case with a keyboard for your iPad so you can write papers on it too. Okay, so the next thing I would suggest getting if you like taking notes on paper, like in notebooks and everything, is getting like some colorful pens or colorful markers. I have these markers here that I used for taking my notes last year. I got these at like the craft store that's around here. I need to get more because these have all dried out, but it just makes taking notes more fun and more bearable when they're pretty, you know, and colorful. Yeah. The last thing that I have on my list is getting yourself a little mini stapler. I don't have one right now. I used to have one in high school, then I lost it, but I was just thinking about it. That would really come in handy for college, because sometimes when you're about to turn in that paper and there's a long line for the stapler because everyone forgot to staple their stuff, like you can just quickly take out your mini stapler and staple your paper and then turn it in, not to wait in that long stapler line. Or just, it's just nice to have a little stapler. Like they're really small too, and they can fit in like your pencil case or something like that. But I was just getting a mini stapler just because it comes in handy, and I just like being prepared for anything, so that's why I would suggest a mini stapler. Okay, that is everything that I have for you guys in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, make sure to check out my other college videos if you haven't already. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!